Hello and welcome to Japan Lyric Room. I'm so glad you could join us.
It's great to be here.
In this show, we take a really close look at the lyrics of Japanese songs. We try to savor them slowly to understand the meaning behind the phrases, and also the unique Japanese cultural background that's woven into them.
Exactly. It's not just about a direct translation. We want to peel back the layers because, there's often this incredible depth that just gets lost otherwise.
And today, we've got a really fascinating track to explore. We're looking at Kasukana Hana, which translates to the faint flower. It just came out on January 12, 2026.
And for any anime fans listening, this is a big one. This is the opening theme for Season 2 of the TV anime Jigokuraku, or as it's known in English, Hell's Paradise.
Hell's Paradise. Just that title alone sets a pretty intense mood. And the artists, this is Tatsuya Kitani featuring BABYMETAL.
It's an amazing collaboration, really. You've got Tatsuya Kitani, who's known for this very literary, almost poetic, lyrical world. And then you fuse that with BABYMETAL, who just bring this overwhelming bass and, that sheer power. It's a really innovative track.
That's a collision of worlds I wasn't expecting, like poetry meeting a wall of sound. So before we dig into the specific lines, what's the core theme? What is Kasukana Hana really about?
At its heart, the song is about a modest but dignified existence. It's this image of a flower that blooms while it's still full of hesitation, while it's still wavering.
A flower that wavers. That's an interesting image. Usually we think of strength as something solid, something that doesn't hesitate.
And it connects directly to the anime's characters. These are death row convicts on a terrifying island questioning their own lives. So the title Kasuka means faint or dim.
Okay.
But here it implies a light, a life force that seems like it's about to go out, but never actually does. It's resilient.
So it's not faint as in weak, but faint as in barely there, but refusing to be extinguished, like a pilot light in a storm.
Precisely. That's a perfect way to put it. It's tenacity disguised as fragility.
I love that. Okay, let's get into the lyrics. We'll break this down phrase by phrase, starting with the first one.
Right. This first one really sets the scene.
Which is about that single flower.
And the cultural nuance for this line is, even if noticed by no one, a single secret flower was quietly opening its petals.
That's beautiful. There's a specific word here for opening, isn't there? Hokorobu. I feel like I've heard that before.
Yes, hokorobu. It's a wonderful verb. It means a bud starting to open, but we also use it to describe a person's face softening, like when they break into a smile.
Oh, so the flower opening is linked linguistically to a human smile.
Exactly. It gives it this immediate gentleness, a warmth. But this is where it gets really deep. The kanji character used for kasuka, for faint.
Which character is it?
It's Kasuka. And this character, it symbolizes the boundary between two worlds, which is the whole setting of Jigokuraku.
Okay, I haven't seen the show yet, so break this down for me. What are these two worlds?
So you have the Utsushiyo, the current world. That's our normal world, where life and death happen naturally. It's where the main character, Gabimaru, lived with his wife. Think of it as this shore.
Got it. The real world and the other one.
That's the Tokoyo, the eternal world. It's the island. It's ruled by immortal beings, and it's full of these flowers that actually drain human life. It's a place where the rules are broken.
So by using that specific kanji, Kitani is placing this flower right on that supernatural border.
Yes. This faint flower is blooming where death is all around. The lyric is a wish to protect just one flower, which really symbolizes the protagonist's desperate need to hold on to his humanity, his link to the normal world, while being forced to become a monster to survive on this other shore.
Wow, that adds so much weight to that image. It's not just a flower, it's a symbol of resistance against losing yourself.
It is. It's the struggle to stay human.
Okay, let's move to the second phrase. This one feels a lot heavier.
Here's the cultural nuance. The past mistakes and memories dragging heavily behind both my feet have kept me from moving forward, binding me to the same spot.
Dragging heavily behind both my feet. That's such a physical description for something mental, like the past.
That's the key. The verb is hikizuru. It literally means to drag something heavy along the ground. You can almost hear the friction, the resistance.
So it's not just I'm carrying baggage, it's more like I'm dragging a ball and chain.
Exactly. For a character like Gabimaru, a former assassin, his crimes and karma aren't just regrets. They're a physical shackle on his legs. It's what Tatsuya Kitani does so well. He makes the abstract feel concrete and inescapable. It physically stops you from moving forward.
You can just feel the exhaustion in that. Okay, the third phrase. This one feels a bit philosophical and almost counterintuitive.
Right, this is a big one. The cultural nuances. I cannot completely cut away my hesitation. It is through the very process of continuing to doubt and worry that I become me.
Wait, I become me through doubting. That goes against almost every hero story, right? The whole idea is you have to stop hesitating to win. Hesitation's defeat and all that.
That's the classic trope, and it's also a Buddhist ideal, cutting off delusion to reach enlightenment. But this lyric just flips that completely on its head.
So it's rejecting that ideal.
In a way, yes. It argues that wavering or hesitating is the actual proof of being human. The song is saying that it's through that struggle, through that doubt, that the unique flower of yourself really blooms.
So if you are perfectly certain, perfectly unwavering, you might actually be less human.
In the world of this story, absolutely. The immortals on the island, they might not hesitate. But for the humans, that self-doubt is their anchor. It's this really powerful affirmation that your anxieties aren't just a weakness to be overcome.
That's actually very comforting. It's okay to not have it all figured out. In fact, that's the whole point.
Exactly. It reclaims that weakness as a core part of your identity.
Moving on to the fourth phrase, this seems to connect more to the show's power system.
Yes, and this is a beautiful contrast. The cultural nuances, like taking strong, robust roots in the earth, yet swaying fragilely and gracefully with the wind. The coexistence of these two is true strength.
Strong roots, but swaying fragilely. That's rigid and flexible at the same time.
The lyrics use two opposing words. Takumoshiku, which means robust, strong, and hakanaku, which is more like ephemeral, fragile.
Why mix them?
Well, it connects directly to the anime's concept of Tao, or ki. In Jigokuraku, true strength is found in the harmony of opposites, the hard and the soft, yin and yang.
So you can't just be a rock, but you can't just be a leaf either.
Right. If you're too rigid, you snap. If you're too flexible, you have no anchor. The lyric suggests you need unshakable beliefs, those are your roots. But you also need to be flexible enough to adapt to whatever fate throws at you.
Accepting those opposites is what makes you strong.
That is the essence of it. True power isn't domination, it's balance.
Okay, let's look at the fifth phrase. This one seems to be about destiny.
The cultural nuance here is, even if bound by the circumstances or destiny of one's birth, the heart was swaying more freely and gracefully than anyone else's.
There's that word swaying again. It's a central image.
It is. Think about a flower. Once it takes root, it's stuck. It's physically restricted. That represents being bound by your circumstances.
Like the characters on the island. They're literally trapped. But I guess we're all bound to our circumstances in some way.
We are. But even though the stem is stuck, the flower head can sway in the wind. That represents yuragu, or swaying. It's a metaphor for spiritual freedom.
So even if your body is in a prison, your mind or your heart can still be free.
That's the message. It's incredibly compassionate. Your body might be stuck, but your spirit can still dance. It's an act of rebellion against fate itself.
That's profound. Okay, phrase 6.
Yes, this gets pretty deep. The cultural nuances, moving back and forth between nothingness and everything, I felt that I existed right in the middle of those two extremes.
Nothingness and everything. Mu and Zen. Those are huge concepts for a rock song.
They're massive philosophical ideas. Mu is nothingness, the void. Zen is everything, wholeness. You could say life and death or self and world.
And the lyric says the self exists in between them.
Exactly. Kitani's insight here is that truth isn't found at one extreme or the other. The real self exists in the fluctuation between them, the motion back and forth.
It goes back to that idea of wavering, of being in motion.
Yes. Life is the swing of the pendulum, not stopping at one side. You have to swing between nothingness and everything to truly be yourself.
That's a tricky one to wrap your head around, but it fits with everything else. We're not static.
And that recognition of being in the middle is a moment of self-discovery in the song.
Which brings us to our final phrase, number 7. And I heard this one is a bit of a history lesson.
It is. It's this brilliant blend of old and new. So the cultural nuances, living restlessly like cherry blossoms, scattering without a calm heart, yet remaining completely unfulfilled.
Scattering without a calm heart. That sounds so poetic, almost classical.
You've got a great ear. It's a direct homage to a famous waka poem by Kino Tomonori from the Heian period.
A Heian period. So what, over 1,000 years ago?
Over 1,000 years ago, yes. The original poem is Hisakata no hikari no dokeki haru no hini shiso gokuro naku hana no chiruramu.
And what does that mean?
Roughly, it translates to, On this peaceful spring day, bathed in sunlight, why do the cherry blossoms scatter with such restless hearts?
Wow, so Kitani is quoting a 1,000-year-old poem about anxious cherry blossoms.
He is. That phrase, Shisugokoronaku, without a calm heart, is the key. He's blending that ancient Japanese aesthetic of seeing life's impermanence in the falling blossoms with a very modern rock sensibility of emptiness and frustration.
That feels like the core of his style, doesn't it?
It's the quintessence of it. It connects our modern anxiety to a feeling that people had a millennium ago. We're not the first ones to have restless hearts.
It's amazing. So if we step back and look at the whole song, Kasukana Hana, what's the final takeaway?
I think you could summarize it as both a requiem and a blessing.
A requiem and a blessing. For who?
For all the souls who choose to waver in a harsh world. It celebrates anyone who is like that faint flower. They might go unnoticed, they might be full of weakness and doubt, but they are deeply, deeply rooted in their own truth.
So it's not about being the loudest hero, it's about enduring.
Exactly. When you listen to this song, you're hearing a conversation between 1,000-year-old philosophy and raw modern emotion. It tells you it's okay to be faint as long as you don't fade away.
That completely changes how I'm going to hear this song. It's not just a cool track, it's a whole philosophy on resilience.
That's the beauty of it.
Well, I think that's about all the time we have. Thank you so much for listening today.
Yes, thank you. We really appreciate you joining us.
We pick up all sorts of Japanese songs on this show, and we also update detailed explanations on our website. If you want to dive even deeper into the lyrics, please check out the link in the description.
There's always more to discover than we can cover here.
And if you like this program, please subscribe or follow the channel. It really does help us out.
We also love hearing from you. If you have any thoughts or if there are other songs you want us to cover, please let us know in the comments.
We really do read all of them. Until next time, this was Japan Lyric Room.